He was really struggling to get that last note out, but he did manage. I'm proud of you, man. Hi again, guys. Welcome back to another video with animation in the title. This time, it's not by El Gigante for once. Instead, we're gonna go back in time to look at a band called the Leetstreet Boys. I was hanging with my boy Wallace a few months ago. In real life, I mean. I know, you're going outside? Crazy. But we were talking about stuff from our past that we liked, and now kind of wince at because we were kids and didn't really know better, and he showed me this absolutely classic piece of media from his childhood. The song I played at the start of the video when we're gonna be taking a look at today was called You're the Only One by the Leetstreet Boys. So if you enjoy this video, there will be this card at the end that takes you to another one like it, and only 18% of you schmucks are subscribed. Kinda messed up. Please click the bell. It only takes like 2 seconds, it's free, and you can always change your mind if you decide you hate me. I can't tell you the last time I saw one of those song/video credits in the corner of a music video. That is MTV era shit, which shows you that this was made before I was 10 years old. I wonder why he's never reaching her. It's almost like she's running away from the guy stalking her in the hallway. You know, just the dude behind corners saying he's gonna take a Pikachu? If I were to put it into Leetstreet lyric terms, I just couldn't tell you why she would want a Sonic spin dash in the opposite direction of him. Okay, I've been told the music that I make is nerdcore because of all the references, and I respectfully disagree. I think my music is more terminally online than anything, and believe me, there is a difference. I think the Leetstreet Boys is real nerdcore because it's so unashamed to share what it likes with you and to be what it is. My music is drenched in 40 layers of acidic irony to avoid being emotionally vulnerable on any level. It's easy to call the Leetstreet Boys cringe by today's standards, but in that way, it's such a product of the 2000s internet, where it's just way less ashamed to just be out about what it likes. Back when the web was still an escape from real life and not an omnipresent extension of it. This song, without stuttering, will list off every anime the songwriter has ever seen in order of the score they gave it on Anime List. That line has aged surprisingly well. You can sell a PlayStation 3 for a lot more than you might think these days. Now that we're a decade removed from those Call of Duty lobbies, the Xbox 360 and PS3 are like retro gaming consoles to a lot of people. If you want to get your hands on a PS3 that doesn't have shit stains all over it, you could be spending more on one than you would have at retail when they still sold them. He literally turned into a Triforce. How can he still be singing about love in that context? He doesn't have a human form to love people with anymore. My guy, you are 3 plates of metal now. You no longer have genitals or even a mouth. You can't fuck at all anymore. The most you could be at this point is like a really dangerous sex toy. I love how the chorus is "You're the only one for me," and then all the other lyrics is naming every other fictional character he wants to get inside the folds of. If that sounded more like a chant from a fringe religious cult than music, I'm gonna assume you have a good relationship with your parents. That's a callback to 2 videos ago. That clip, though, is a 20-second long refrain about how the singer thinks Sephiroth's mom from the game Final Fantasy VII is hot as shit. It just comes out of nowhere, and it drives home that you are definitely not the only one for him, according to him. They just canonically get killed by a meteor. He's right, they'll be together forever because they're just fucking dead now. They'll be fossilized together like the 6,000-year-old skeletons they found hugging each other in death, except this time the woman will be running away from the dude instead of cozy in his arms. the Japanese clothing appearing on them at the end. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what it's called, but it's like the perfect parting gift from an already perfect video. This music is like if those people who go to Japan expecting everybody to be carrying katanas on the subway were put into a meat grinder and had their flesh distilled into a song. Hey, shout out gamers and otaku everywhere. It's still kind of weird to me how he was chasing after that girl who was very actively running away from him. If you saw that happen in real life, you'd probably think a crime was in progress, but what would I know? I've never even seen a woman. Outside of this, Leet Street has such a massive catalog of music and are technically still active today despite getting like 2 views a song. I can really respect that because it shows that this is undeniably a passion project, and it seems like they've also found a niche making songs for games these days. So I'm happy to see they're still getting to do what they enjoy for what I hope is a living. Before we dive into another song in their classic discography though, if we plan on becoming super fans who know everything about them, we should visit their website to get a bit more background on them and their reputation. Because if reading their autobiography was how you first found out about them, you'd think they were international superstars. Leet Street Boys is renowned for their unique mix of romance, humor, and epic that marks their extensive repertoire of catchy, heartfelt songs. Leet Street Boys have performed live across North America since 2008. Their music videos have appeared on Japanese TV and on video games live. If you've performed in both the United States and Canada, you technically are an international performer. The part of that description that really convinces me of how big they are was their use of epic as a standalone adjective. Widely credited as one of the first Western anime bands to gain significant worldwide attention, Leet Street Boys' songs and animated music videos have reached millions of fans online. Leet Street Boys has garnered standout reviews from the anime, video game, and fandom press. I did not know that fandom journalism was a thing. Just reporting on the latest, most popular chapter updates, an archive of our own. Yuri the Only One is bubblegum catchy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is. I've been scripting this video for a while on and off, and there were times where I'd be laying in bed and the lyrics would play on loop in my brain without my permission. That is one of the only songs I have actively had stuck in my head in the last few years, and it's just my luck. Brilliantly animated music videos have brought them to the world's attention. I take issue with every part of that sentence, but to be nice, I'm gonna do what I usually do and keep my issues to myself. Let's listen to She's So Kawaii in the meantime. If I'm being honest, it's not gonna feel much better than if I just trauma dumped on you right now. Sorry. This song and the last one were made 3-ish years apart, and the jump in scale and quality of animation is ridiculous. These dudes are commissioning cinematic masterpieces just for the intro to their music videos. The actual song hasn't even started yet, and we're getting a perfect example of show don't tell exposition. I know this is supposed to evoke Frankenstein imagery, but it really just looks like the dude killed a little girl and is keeping her corpse as a table decoration. I'm no stranger to weird table decor. I have an infinity gauntlet as the centerpiece of my table currently. Met her at GameStop, Hello Kitty tank top, bunny ears and pink hair, fawning over Zack Fair. Robo bitch comes to life. Are you trying to tell me that you met the girl you killed and have the body of at a GameStop? Dude, you're supposed to keep that kind of information private. You just put a confession in a song.
It was the old MF Doom line. Snitches telling all their business, sitting in court and being their own star witness.
But I just really love the idea that they had those house guests over, they order a pizza for the big game night, and they just lay out the pizza box, breadsticks, and paper plates on a decomposing corpse. Everybody who's visiting is like, hey, I like this decoration a lot. Where'd you get it from? Oh, you know, GameStop. She's so kawaii, so try so hard to make her scream. She's so kawaii, can't deny she's the one for me. I'm really confused by the production quality. Most of the crowd is just still PNGs hopping up and down. They look like cardboard cutouts being controlled with popsicle sticks. But then some of them are unique, fully animated assets, and they put those behind the cardboard cutouts so you can't see them at all. Dude, put the good shit in the front. That's the stuff you want people to see. So
destiny.
That did not rhyme, and I don't really care, it's fine. That's also probably not how you say those words, but I can't say them either, so who cares? He asked, why won't she wake up and notice me? And if I had to guess, it's probably because you murdered her. That's a body. She is not asleep, she is dead. I guess that kind of shows how dedicated this guy is to his ideal anime woman. Even death can't do them part.
She's a Gaia, her name is Aya. Cosplay model photos, tripping me at photos. Writing fanfic, planning her Japan trip. Ramen and Pocky, promenades.
Hey, fair play on the Code Geass mask in the back. I am willing to call a truce with you over a common ground. That receipt list is funny as fuck though. Angelic sash, mini angel wings, winged anklets as well. Like, certainly you only need one pair of wings, am I right, guys? I kinda wanna try on that fancy virgin dress though. Sounds like the kind of thing that would be made for me to wear.
Talking, she smashes and all. Gotta catch 'em all. Happy hardcore, tearing up the dance floor. She'll crush me like her favorite plushie. How long will it like this? Her paradise kiss.
Dude, imagine Solid Snake is just standing across the club from you, looking at the girl you've been into the whole night. Nah, man, she ain't your girl no more. Snake is snaking in the night. There's just so many references in these songs that I just don't get. I feel like I understand more lines from the track than an average viewer, and putting that in context, I don't know how proud I am of that. But even still, a bunch of these are just whizzing by me. There's some deep-ass cuts in here.
Since she stepped in my life, nothing has been the same. I wonder if she even knows my name.
Have you, like, told her your name? That might be a good place to start if she doesn't know it. I do love how openly the songwriter embraces getting no bitches. It's a very bold move that few artists today would have the courage for, unless you're, like, big into incelcore or something.
She says she hates Twilight. Edward Cullen is lame.
Man, Robert Pattinson hate has just not aged well. That dude's Batman now. And not just Batman, like the best Batman there's been. I was a bit young for Twilight hate on the internet. Like, I knew it existed, but I just couldn't get invested in hating it the same way that I hated Homestuck. To anybody who was around and sentient for the controversy back then, was it really so in your face that people would tell you that they hate Twilight and Edward Cullen before telling you their name? I imagine that was the I'm not like the other girls trademark of that era. That's how you knew this chick was different.
So why so try so hard to make her scream? She's so why can't deny she's the one for me, man. She's so why in her eyes I see my destiny.
Okay, I won't lie. If I tune out the lyrics, the chorus kinda fucking goes. I'm probably gonna have it scraping on the inside of my skull the day this video goes up. It's fucked, but the thing about a good earworm is that it's impossible to fight it, whether you like the damn thing or not. I'm going to sample it in a song now.
Why won't she wake up and notice? Why won't she wake up and notice? Why won't she wake up and notice me? So destiny.
There's like a minute and a half left in this video, but they committed all that runtime to a credit sequence. Motherfuckers definitely put a lot of work into this thing, and you can tell they were proud of it. At the end of the day, I think the Leet Street Boys are an interesting cultural artifact of a time on the internet that I'm both deeply nostalgic for and deeply ashamed of. I respect the people behind it for being so unapologetically themselves, because especially at that time when nerd shit was even more niche than it is today, it would take a lot of balls to be that forward about your interest in just unironically enjoying stuff. I miss when I was able to do that. I used to be able to just enjoy things, man. The bits where they were chasing fleeing women, though, is probably best left in the past. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up here. That card I mentioned should be on screen now. If you enjoyed, be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on to make me instantly come if you are 22 years or older. Don't go after anyone I talked about today, because this really is meant as more of a lighthearted / memory lane type of video. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I'm gone.